Today, I am going to talk about how Odin brutally lost a bet with his wife in the story of Gerrod and Agnar. So, Odin took great interest in the two sons of King Haruding, Gerrod and Agnar, who were 8 and 10 years old, just because he's interested in the affairs of mortals. Now, one day, these two princes were out fishing on a boat, and out of nowhere, a huge ass storm came in by and drifted them out to sea. Now, why were two princes who were basically toddlers allowed to go fishing alone on a boat and without any supervision is beyond me. Like, their father must be neglectful as hell. They both ended up getting made into the cast of Lost as they got trapped on an island when they ran into two nameless old people who were, in actuality, Odin and his wife Frigga, who just wanted to take care of the two of them and make them their proteges just for the fun of it. Now, this might be crazy, but I think Odin was the one who sent the storm to get them trapped on the island. Because if you don't know, Odin's not just the king of the gods, but also the god of wind. And isn't it weird that Odin and Frigga are just already there in their disguises? And instead of, taking them home with like their god powers and stuff like that, they decide to watch over them. You don't find that suspicious? Especially since they were there for all of winter, so like they were there for months. And then when spring came, Odin had a boat for them to use to get back. Like, what? You had a boat this whole time? Like, I don't think this is a treasure say this on purpose, but hey, it's just a theory. Now, the brothers sailed back and got to their shore. But out of nowhere, Gerrod switched up on his brother by jumping out of the boat and kicking it back to the sea, so Agnar will die out there. And remember, Gerrod is 8! Dude barely learned his multiplication tables and already attempted a premeditated murder. So also, he can lie to his father and become king. Now, years have passed, and apparently, Agnar survived being adrift out at sea, and is just out there doing his own thing. And Odin is sitting on his throne with Frigga and was like, hey, remember the two random kids we trapped? Were trapped on a deserted island and we took care of them? Frigga's like, yeah, good times, good times. I bet Gerrod is doing great, way better than Agnar. And Frigga's like, what? No, Agnar is way better than him. So yeah, during their time training and taking care of them, each of them had their favorites, with Odin liking Gerrod and Frigga preferring Agnar. So, the two of them start arguing. Odin's like, my boy's a whole ass king right now, with subjects and paper and bitches. Well, Agnar's a bum with no money, no drip, and bitchless. And Frigga's like, yeah, but Gerrod is pompous, a dickhead, and like not good to his guests, which is like, to the North God, is apparently a heinous crime for some reason. Now, Odin let his bias cloud him. It's like, what? Nah, that's ridiculous. My homeboy, let's make a bet. I'll bet $100 if I go to his castle and disguise myself as a random dude, he'll be nice and give me like a full course meal and like a 5-star bedroom because that's just how much of a good dude he is. So Odin disguises himself as a random wanderer and heads to the castle. And if you watch my other video, you know that these gods are some damn cheaters, because Frigga sent a messenger to warn Gerrod that a random dude with this hat and this cloak will come, and that he's an evil enchanter, he's gonna curse you, make your balls disappear, all that. So I guess Odin failed his improv classes because he came up with no backstory or any reason he came to the castle, so it was suspicious as hell. So like Gerrod was like, okay, this is definitely the person the messenger warned him about. And like decided to bind Odin between two pits of fire for 8 days. And like, from his inner monologue, it didn't really matter that Frigga did that because he was like definitely gonna burn him anyway. He is taking joy at the thought of burning this old man. He is pure evil. And Odin, why are you letting this happen? You're the king of the gods. You can leave. Like, you lost the bet. He's hanging there like 3 days in, like, this is just a phase. He'll have like a change of heart and give me some Popeyes to say sorry. Like, you are coping, bro. Just take the L. Now, on the 8th day, a dude showed up who was working at the castle in like a very small position. And he sees Odin tied up and goes to give him some ale. And Odin's like, thank you, sir. Who are you? Oh, I'm Agnar. Odin's like, damn it. He went back to Asgard and Frigga's like, so, how did it go, honey? Just take the damn money. This story does have a happy ending. Like, Odin shows up to take his revenge on Gerrod. Like, he showed up at the castle, showed off his true form, and Gerrod realized how much he was cooked. That the king of the gods was after him now. And he was so scared, he tripped and fell like a dumbass onto his sword and died. And Odin made Agnar king and promised that the kingdom will be prosperous. The end.